We're going to walk over to the other side of the store right now, and I'll give you an example of how well the pothos can grow in an animal habitat. Some of the plants that we have here at the Tye-Dyed Iguana are high maintenance, things like maybe the bat plant or sometimes the bonsais, but some of them are a little bit easier. So if you're just getting into plants, things like a cactus or succulents, or what we're looking at today, our pothos, might be for you. My name is Kim, I'm from the TDI plant team, and we are looking at pothos today. It's a relatively hardy plant. You can see this is growing quite well. And this is a golden or neon pothos. The leaves are a little bit more lighter green. They also will be a little more traditional color. A lot of the pothos are a darker green, and you can see again how well this is growing. One of the neat things about the pothos is you can use it in a variety of areas. Not only can it be a potted plant, but if you have a trellis or something where you want a plant to climb, this is ready to go. Also, if you were looking at a potted plant, obviously, this would grow great as a potted plant because it just spills over the side. Any area where you've got a little bit of height and you've got something where you want your plant to go ahead and roll on down, this is a great plant. A variety of colors. Some of them are a little more marbleized, and some of them are just a little bit more spotted here with light greens and dark greens. So if you're looking for a variety of colors of the same kind of plant, pothos is probably one of the plants that you want to look for. In terms of care, it doesn't mind direct sunlight. Probably not that hot summertime light, but in direct sunlight will work well. For the pothos, it likes to have well-drained soil. And in terms of watering, you need to be careful, probably once a week. I'll normally water these when I put my thumb in the soil and find that it's really, really dry. The plant will be very, very healthy, but it's going to need some water. If you do it twice a week, if you start seeing leaves getting yellow and wilting, you're probably watering it a little bit too much. Also, one of the neat things about the pothos is if you're looking to propagate, it's easy to do. One of the things that we will do is if we have a long piece like this, we might just cut it off and go ahead and put it in one of the plugs. And these plugs will grow relatively aggressively. You can see this is pretty small, works in a small area. It's got a great price point, but this is nice and hardy, very healthy, and it is growing well. Sometimes from a propagation point of view, you might want to just go ahead and cut a leaf and go ahead and put it in some water. The roots will start to come off, and then whenever you're ready to put it into a pot, it is ready to go. The pothos works well in our habitats. We have lots of areas where we have pothos growing. You can start it small and it gets really, really hardy, very aggressive. So if you have an animal where you want to have an area where it's lots of plants in there, pothos is a great choice. We're going to walk over to the other side of the store right now, and I'll give you an example of how well the pothos can grow in an animal habitat. From an aquatic perspective, you can see here we've got an aquarium going on and a relatively small piece of pothos that has been inserted in the top. It's not necessarily going to grow inside, although it could, but you can see this is just a great addition to the outside of any of your fish habitats. Nice color, nice and healthy, and it's got plenty of water. It also grows well with our animals. We'll take a look at those next. We have frog and we also have boa habitat. You can see that the pothos works really, really well. A good look at here at the at the stalk structure, really healthy, really hardy, quite aggressive. You can see we've got a frog going on in here right next to it. So this is really a great area where you can use pothos. And if we look over here at an area where we're going to have some of our boas, inside here you can see that that is just nice and healthy. It's got a little bit of light, it's got a nice watery environment. A little bit of mist on the pothos works well. I mentioned earlier about be sure if you have it in a pot that you don't overwater it, but you can almost never over mist it. It likes that nice humid area, but it doesn't want to have wet feet. You've got to be careful that you don't get it into an area where you have root rot. So compared to a lot of the plants that we have here at the Tye-Dyed Iguana, the pothos is relatively easy to work with. Doesn't take much water, can be in virtually any habitat, grows very hardy, easy to propagate, and if you're just starting out with plants, pothos is a good place to start. Our plant of the week here at the Tye-Dyed Iguana, pothos.